Alright, what is going on, soldiers of Sanctuary? Do you want to end up absolutely erased in hardcore mode and highlighted in an Asmongold reaction video? Or would you rather be immortalized in stone with the rest of the first 1,000 players to reach max? It is now time to prepare for your journey into hardcore because despite what everyone wants you to believe, it is still extremely likely that most of us will perish on our way to max level. Having lost several characters myself and watching my friends die screaming at the hands of the demonic host, I truly hope that these easy tips and tricks will keep you and your friend group alive, along with the citizens of Sanctuary safe for another day. First and foremost, the best roll on boots is going to be increased charges for your invincibility frame, aka iframe. Do not trade out for slightly better stats on boots, and use lower level boots if you have to, because 2 iframes is vital to surviving, especially during world and act boss fights, or later world tiers where the monsters have more abilities at their disposal or one-shot mechanics. Next up, recognize that the protecting aspect is an incredible regeneration and cooldown recovery tool because it can make you immune to everything while you are underneath this warm bubble of a shield. You can slot the protecting aspect on one of 5 pieces of gear, so you should be able to find room for it in your build, and every member of your party can have this aspect. That is potentially 20 seconds of absolute immunity to damage every 90 seconds for your group. Plus, you can use other people in the world's protecting aspect bubble shields. So if you see the bubble shield popped, you should always go to it, especially during the world boss fights where you damage. Speaking of groups, going it alone is brave, but realize that having a 4-man is going to give you a 10% experience buff, incredible support and utility from the sheer magnitude of stuns, pets, shouts, and a bunch of other targets to take aggro, so you can get away and heal, escape, or get your iframes back. Additionally, each member of the group can use a different incense to spread even more buffs around on top of your stat providing individual elixir of choice. Besides the normal elixirs that you can craft to give yourself a 30-minute boost to XP and stats or resists, you can then layer the elixir of death evasion on top so you can truly cheat death like you put your soul into a Horcrux.
One splits one's soul and hides part of it in an object. By doing so, you are protected should you be attacked and your body destroyed.
This elixir triggers on taking a death blow and instead makes you immune to damage and dying for 2 seconds, and then will go onto a 5-minute cooldown. This item is pretty vital for late game in the upper echelons of world tiers and content progression as you push toward max level. All 3 world bosses, Ashava, Wandering Death, and the Avarice of Greed, have a blind spot between their legs where most abilities will not hit you. It is definitely possible to farm these world bosses for drops, experience, and renown, even solo on hardcore, but recognize that doing this while tired could easily be a death sentence. Here in my Ashava fight, only about 25% of the players who showed up actually survived the encounter, and the rest were ripped, often in a one-shot mechanic, especially because of the poison stacks. Finally, keep in mind that you can instantly mount up and escape from most open world encounters once you've unlocked your mount, or use a scroll of escape to zoom back to town. You should especially keep this in mind after your elixir of death evasion has popped. It's probably a good idea for us to just go hang out in town for 5 minutes and craft, or gather some materials for crafting and upgrading your potions. Alright, I hope these tips and tricks help you. This is June 1st, so good luck on the race to 100, and for everyone joining hardcore for the first time, I will see you in Sanctuary.